Hello, good morning students. I am Dr. P. Sivaprasad, Associate Professor of Mathematics in the Division of Mathematics in Sciences and Humanities Department. In the series of lecture, in my previous lecture, that is series of the lecture, so what we had to discuss in the previous, how to resolve into the partial fractions. In that we had to learn the types, type 1, type 2, type 3. So in this session, the continuation of this lecture, so that is type 4, how we have to resolve the proper fraction into the partial fractions. So this concept you have to see in this lecture. Okay. So in the type 1, once again I have to recapitulate whatever the contents you had to learn in the previous. In the type 1, so if the proper fraction that having the terms are to be in g of x or the linear factors and which are non-repeated, then we have to consider the partial fraction as a by ax plus b. So whereas in the type 2, if the linear factors are to be repeated twice, thrice or 4 times likewise, then the partial fraction we have to consider as a by ax plus b by ax plus b whole square plus c by ax plus b whole cube. Likewise, we have to extend up to nth term more. So, and also in the third part, that is the quadratic form is to be occurs which is non-repeated. Then the partial fraction we have to consider, that is in the form of ax plus b by ax plus b by, that is x plus b, that is in that that is the quadratic form. So please say this. Type 3, in the type 3, this is ax plus b by ax square plus bx plus c. This is the quadratic form. So we have to consider the quadratic form as ax plus b. In that, how we have to write the partial fractions and the way of the procedure for evaluating the constants a comma b and c. Okay. So and also we have completed so many problems on this, and also I gave some of the problems as to be worked. I think all of you done well. So the continuation of this lecture, so we have to discuss the concept of the type 4. Here for every quadratic form, quadratic factor, ax square plus bx plus c, which is to be repeated. The major difference between the type 3 and type 4 is, in type 3, the quadratic form which is non-repeated, whereas in the type 4, the quadratic factor which is to be repeated. Then, how we have to consider the partial fraction? Please all of you keep in your mind, this is ax plus b by ax square plus bx plus c whole square, that is to be repeated. That means this quadratic form is to be repeated twice. Therefore, I have to consider the partial fraction as, please all of you see with this example, x by 2x square plus 3 whole square into x plus 1. Before what we done, by choosing of in g of x, which one is to be the linear factor and which one is the quadratic factor, had to take so 2x square plus 3 equal to 0, then this is 2x square equal to minus 3, then x square equal to minus of 3 by 2, then x equal to square root of minus of 3 by 2. The meaning of that one is, in root that having the negative terms, then the roots are to be the complex roots. Then such type of the factors are called as quadratic factor, that already you had to learn in the previous lectures. Now, here I have to assume that 2x square plus 3 whole square as the quadratic forms, which is to be repeated twice. Then only the partial fraction we have to consider as x plus b by 2x square plus 3 plus cx plus d by 2x square plus 3 whole square. Because the factor is to be repeated 2 times, that is why I have to consider the partial fractions as to be ax plus b plus cx plus d. But whereas in x plus 1, this is the linear factor. How we have to say that is linear factor? That already had to discuss. X plus 1 equal to 0. Now I have to bring this 1 into the right hand side, then x equal to minus 1. That means that is the real number. So therefore, those type of the factors are called as the linear factor. That already we know that. Therefore, which is non-repeated. That is why I have to take the partial fraction that is in the form of capital E by x plus 1. All of you observe this. These constants A, B, C and D and E. These are the constants. Our intention is to find the values of A, B, C, D, E. Whatever the procedure you have to follow in the previous problems, by using of that technique, have to find the values for A, B, C. Those values are to be substituted in this place. Then that is the proper way of finding the partial fractions. Next, let us see the another example. 1 by x square into x square plus 5. So in that, so we have to know that x square is to be the linear factor that is to be repeated. Because simply have to take x square is equal to 0. X square equal to 0. Then 0 is to be the real number. Then that is the linear factor that is to be repeated. Therefore, I have to apply the type 3. Therefore, a by x plus b by x square. This is under type 2. A by x plus b by x square plus. Now, x square plus 5 is algebraic factor or the quadratic factor. So, which is non-repeated. Therefore, you have to consider the partial fraction as to be in the form of cx plus d by x square plus 5. Where a comma, b comma, c comma, d are the constants. Those values are to be found by using the previous technique, whatever you have to solve the so many problems. The same technique here also you have to apply for finding the values of a, b, c and d. All of you catch your point? Now, so regarding this, have to make some of the problems as to be practice. Please see this. Resolving into the partial fractions, 1 by x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. Please all of you do along with me. So this is our given problem. 1 by x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. Before doing the problem, whatever the technique you have to follow in the previous problems, whether the problem is to be applicable for resolving into the partial fractions or not. How you have to check? By simply using the common sense, whether it may be the proper fraction or not. So in the numerator, the power is to be, that is here, this 1 I have to written as x power 0. Anything power 0 is 1, that already we know that. Now in the numerator, that power is to be 0, whereas in the denominator, so I have to expand x square whole square means, that means we will get the highest factors in the denominator is x to the power of 4, and along x is also there. When I have to multiply with x power 4, then automatically we will get x power 5. Therefore, the highest power in the denominator of g of x, that is having the highest power is to be 5. Therefore, this problem is to be coming under the category of the proper fraction. By using the simple common sense you have to apply here. Therefore, this problem is to be eligible to do or to resolve into the partial fractions. Okay? Now, we have to discriminate which type is to be suitable for doing this problem. That you have to discriminate. So, please say this. Here x square plus 2, that is called as the quadratic form, which is to be repeated twice. And also x minus 1 is the linear factor. Therefore, so we have to consider the partial fractions that may be in the form of, this is equal to ax plus b by, so x square plus 2 plus cx plus d by, so x square plus 2 whole square, because that is to be repeated, quadratic form. Therefore, you have to consider the partial fraction that is in the form of x plus b. Now, this x minus 1 as the linear factor which is non-repeated. Therefore, I have to consider, so that is capital E by, so x minus 1. X minus 1. Now, we have to take the LCM here. This is equal to x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. Simply have to take the LCM. Now, in the left hand side, directly I have to write whatever in the previous step, that is x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. Now take the LCM here. This is the x plus b. The else factor is to be x square. When you have to division with x square plus 2 of the denominator, the else factor is to be, this is ax plus b into x square plus 2. This is the else factor into x minus 1. Plus again, so cx plus d into in the denominator. So second factor, when you have to division with x square plus 2 whole square, then the else factor is to be x minus 1 plus a into when you have to division the denominator x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1 by x minus 1, the else factor is to be, so x square plus 2 whole square. All of you understood this? So this is the way of doing the LCM that already you have to know in the previous lectures. We had to done so many problems on this. Simply have to cancelize the denominator and equate the numerators. Then this is 1 is equal to this is ax plus b into x square plus 2 into x minus 1 plus, so cx plus d into x minus 1 plus e into x square plus 2 whole square. So let us assume this one has to be the first equation. Now we have to find the value for e. So in the denominator of e that having the x minus 1, have to put x minus 1 equal to 0. That means you have to bring this 1 into this side, then x equal to 1. Therefore, in place of the first equation, have to substitute x equal to 1. So then automatically we will get the value for e. Therefore, here, so put x equal to 1. Then 1 is equal to a into 1 plus b into, so 1 square plus 2 into 1 minus 1 plus c into 1 plus d into, so 1 minus 1 plus e into, so 1 square plus 2 whole square. Will you catch your point? So here what I did, so in place of x, simply have to replace x by 1. Now here 1 minus 1 is to be 0. Then automatically 0 into the remaining factor is also to be 0. Here also 1 minus 1 is to be 0. Then automatically the remaining factor is to be 0. Then the left hand side 1 is equal to e into 1 square plus 2 means that is 3. 3 square means that is 9. Therefore, e value is to be 1 by 9. When you have to substitute the value for x equal to 1, then we will get the value for e is equal to 1 by 9. Here I have to write e value is to be 1 by 9. Now, coming to the remaining coefficients a comma, b comma, c comma, d, these values, we have to find out the values. How we have to find these values? By comparing the equal and likely terms, the terms which are to be available in the left hand side and the terms which are to be available in the right hand side. So the coefficients you have to compare, then automatically you will get the values for a, b, c and d. Okay. So this technique I have to apply here. I have to multiply these equations. Please see this. So now simply I have to multiply, that is ax plus b into x square plus 2 into x minus 1. X square plus 2 into x minus 1. So this is x square plus 2 into x minus 1. Please do it. Do this problem has to be practiced. Simply I have to multiply with x square into x cube. Next 2 into x, that is plus 2x. Next minus 1 into x square minus of x square. Next constants you have to multiply, then minus of 2. Then after adding these terms, then we will get, this is x cube minus x square plus 2x minus 2. Will you catch your point? After multiplying these two factors, algebraic factors, we will get this relation x cube minus x square plus 2x minus 2. Now, so in place of this, I have to write so then again I have to multiply with ax plus b, this factor, into ax plus b, into x plus b. Then this is x cube into ax, that is ax to the power of 4 minus x square into ax minus of ax cube plus, so x into x, that is 2ax square minus of 2ax, minus of 2ax. Again I have to multiply with b, so then this is plus bx cube minus b into x square, bx square plus 2bx, that is 2x into b, 2bx. Next constants only have to multiply, that is minus of 2b. Now after adding these two terms, then this is ax to the power of 4 plus, so from these two terms I have to take x cube has to be common, x cube into this is minus a plus b, minus a plus b. Now x square terms, this is plus x square into 2a minus b, 2a minus b. Next plus x into minus of 2a plus 2b, next minus of 2b. After multiplying this factor, we'll get this relation. Now here I had to write in place of this is equal to, so this 1 I have to written as 0 into x cube plus 0 into x square plus 0 into x plus 1. Simply I have to write in place of 1 by, so for our convenience I have to add like this. So now after multiplying this factor, then we'll get, so ax to the power of 4 plus ax to the power of 4 plus x cube into minus a plus b, minus a plus b. Next plus x square into 2a minus b, plus x square into 2a minus b. Next plus x into minus 2a plus 2b, minus 2a plus 2b. Next minus of 2b, minus of 2b. All of you catch my point? Now again, so this factor I have to multiply, cx plus d into x minus 1, cx plus d into x minus 1, cx plus d into x minus 1 I have to multiply here, cx into x, that means cx square plus x into d, that is dx, these two are I have to multiply. Now cx into minus 1, that is minus of cx. Next constants only have to multiply, that is minus of d, then we will get cx square minus or plus x into d minus c minus d. Okay. So after multiplying this, we will get cx square plus x into d minus c minus d. Now here I have to substitute plus cx square plus x into cx square plus x into, so d minus c, so minus d, minus d, minus d. Now again the last final term is x square plus 2 whole square, x square plus 2 whole square. Simply I have to expand this one by using the binomial theorem, x square plus 2 whole square. How we have to multiply here? So basically you know the formula. So then this is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This formula already you have to know. So here I have to apply this formula. This is equal to x square whole square plus 2 into x square into 2 plus 2 square. Then this is equal to x to the power of 4 plus 4x square plus 4. Now this value I have to substitute in this place. This is minus of, plus x into, plus e into. In this place I have to substitute x square plus 2 whole square. So here e into x square plus 2 whole square, that is equal to the total factor I have to multiply with e. Therefore e x to the power of 4 plus 4 into e into x square plus 4e. 4e. That value here I have to substitute in this place. This is e x to the power of 4. E x to the power of 4 plus 4e into x square. 4e into x square. Next plus 4e. Plus 4e and the final, so that is the total terms. Now, please all of you say this. Now I will require for individually, equally and likely terms I have to compare. So therefore here, so compare equal and equally and likely terms. Equally and likely terms. Please say this. All of you listen. So here the coefficient of x to the power of 4. Coefficient of x to the power of 4 I have to compare here. In the left hand side, so in the left hand side, that is plus 0 into x to the power of 4. So therefore, in the left hand side, that value x to the power of coefficient value is 0. Whereas in the right hand side, this is the x to the power of 4 term, and also this is the x to the power of 4 coefficient. X to the power of 4 coefficient. All of you catch your point? Therefore, the addition of these two terms, then we'll get a plus e equal to 0. A plus e equal to 0, then automatically we'll get a is equal to minus of e. A is equal to minus of e. The value for e already we have to find, so that is e value is to be automatically 1 by 9. Then a value is to be minus of e, therefore here a is equal to minus of 1 by 9. A equal to minus of 1 by 9. Now, please here I have to write a value is to be minus of 1 by 9. Now, so compare the coefficient of x cube term. X cube term is, this one has to be x cube term. This one has to be the x cube term, and the remaining terms are not added. So therefore, in the left hand side that value is to be 0. Then automatically we will get minus of a plus b is equal to 0. Therefore, compare the coefficient of x cube. Compare the coefficient of x cube. The left hand side that value is to be 0 is equal to here minus a plus b. Minus of a plus b. Then automatically you have to bring this a into this side. Then a value is equal to b. Already we know the value for a equal to minus of 1 by 9. Therefore, so a b value is also equal to minus of 1 by 9. B value is also equal to minus of 1 by 9. Here I have to write here. B value is also equal to minus of 1 by 9. Now, so finally the coefficient of x square. Please say this. The coefficient of x square term is, and this term is there, and also this x square term is there, and also here c term is there. The addition of all those terms, that is equal to the right hand side of 0. Therefore, the coefficient of x square is equal to, in the left hand side that value is to be 0. That value is to be 0, and that is minus of 2a minus b. This value is to be 2a minus b, and x square coefficient value is plus c. Next one, plus c plus 4e is there, plus 4e. Now whatever the values are obtained, so those values are to be substituted in this place, then automatically we will get the value for c. Therefore, this is b, e and a values. These values are to substitute. So a, b values is to be minus of 1 by 9. Then 2 into minus of 1 by 9. So plus b value is so 1 by 9, minus of minus plus. Then automatically, so b value is also equal to minus of 1 by 9, minus of minus plus. Now, so c value, that value you have to evaluate. So plus c plus 4 into e value is plus 1 by 9. Plus 1 by 9. Then this value is equal to minus 2 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus c plus 4 by 9. plus 4 by 9. Now I have to bring this c value into the left hand side, then we'll get, so minus of c is equal to, minus 2 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 4 by 9. Take the LCM. So minus 2 plus 1 plus 4. So 5 minus 2. Therefore minus of c equal to, that is 3 by 9. 3 by 9 means, so then 1 by, so that is minus 1 plus 4. That is 3 by 9. So therefore then c value is equal to minus of 1 by 3. Cancel the terms. That is 3 3's. So therefore minus of 1 by 3. So this is 1 times. So therefore minus of 1 by 3. C value is to be here. C value is equal to minus of 1 by 3. So this is the essay question. Please all of you keep in your mind. Now finally, what is the value? Else value you have to find. The only d value is there. Therefore in that d value, so just only have to compare the constants. Whatever the constants are there here, minus of 2b and 4e is there and minus of d is there. Or simply, so by equating the x coefficients, simply compare the coefficient of x, then automatically, so in the right hand side d minus c value, in the left hand side the coefficient of x value is to be 0. Therefore, then d minus c is equal to 0. D minus c equal to 0, then automatically we will get the value for c equal to d. So therefore, the c value already had to evaluate here. C equal to minus of 1 by 3, then d value is also equal to minus of 1 by 3. Therefore, the d value is also equal to minus of 1 by 3. Therefore, under ABC values, A is equal to minus 1 by 9. And B value is equal to again minus 1 by 9. And C value is equal to minus 1 by 3. D value is also equal to minus 1 by 3. And E value is equal to 1 by 9. Now, these values you have to substitute in the given problem. Whatever you have to assume the partial fractions in this place, have to substitute the values of A, B, C and D, E. Therefore, the partial fractions are, finally we have to conclude that. Therefore, the partial fractions are 1 by x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. 1 by x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. This is equal to ax plus b. In place of a, have to replace minus 1 by 9 into x plus 1 by b by x square plus 2 plus cx plus d. So minus 1 by 3 into x minus 1 by 3 by, so x square plus 2 whole square plus e value is to be 1 by 9. So 1 by 9 by x minus 1. This is the way of procedure while we have to resolve the given proper fractions. So this is the lengthy problem. So this is the type only, that is simply hardest problem. If you have to do the problems, has to be practice more number of the problems that should be available in your textbooks. And also I give some of the assignments on this concept also. Have to do the problems has to be practice. Okay. Therefore, this is the way. This way already you have to know, because this procedure you have to apply. So for doing the so many number of the problems, I think this is very, very easy for you. Okay. Now, so by using the same concept, have to do the another problem also. So with this example, so resolving into the partial fractions x by 2x square plus 3 whole square into x plus 1. Whatever we did the problem in the previous. So the same technique here also you have to apply. I think this problem I will give to be a work. So you have to complete this problem in the next session onwards. Okay, I have to give some of the hints on this problem. This is our given problem, x by So 2x square plus 3 whole square into x plus 1. Now you tell me what is the type of this fraction, whether it may be belongs to the proper fraction or the improper fraction. You have to identify that one by using the simple common sense. So here x power is to be 1, whereas in the denominator this is x to the power of 4 and to x, so that is x to the power of 5, then automatically the problem is to be coming under the category of the proper fractions. Okay. After getting off this, you have to discriminate which type of this, either type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. This concept you have to see. Please say this is to be the quadratic form which is to be repeated twice, and also this is the linear factor which is non-repeated. Therefore, the partial fraction what we had to consider in the previous problem, the same technique here also you have to apply, that is x plus b by 2x square plus 3 plus cx plus d by 2x square plus 3 whole square plus e by x plus 1. Just only I will give the hint only. So the same procedure whatever we did the previous problem, here also have to apply for finding the values of a, b, c and d. After getting these values, now we have to substitute in this place, then automatically the problem is to be over. So you have to expect this type of the problems for essay question, because we are ending the first unit. We are at the stage of the ending of this unit. Therefore, by using of that, have to find the values for a, b, c, d and e. Okay. Now, so this is also the another problem for 1 by x square plus 2 whole square into x minus 1. These are looking into the partial fractions. The same technique here also you have to apply. Okay. Please all of you do it. So in this session, what we have to learn, so that is identify from the fraction which is to be a proper or improper. If it is to be proper, then in the g of x, that is having the factors, quadratic factors are to be repeated, then how we have to consider the partial fractions and also the way of procedure for finding the values of a, b, c, d and e. So this technique we have to learn here. Okay. So in the next class onwards, suppose if improper fractions are to be given, then what you have to solve the problem, that maybe that case is to be arranged in the type 1. So the same technique here also have to apply in the next session onwards. So please all of you do these problems has to be practiced. Thank you. Thank you for kind listening. Good morning students, this is Dr. P. Sivaprasad. The series of the lecture what we discussed in my previous lectures, the continuation of this class is that is to find the constants a comma b comma c in the forms of a partial fractions. Okay, these concepts you have to see so in this lecture. Before going to enter into the actual topic, so just only have to recapitalize some of the contents what you had to learn in the previous lectures. So in my previous lectures, how to resolve the proper fractions in that type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. So these concepts you have to see. In type 1, so in g of x that is having non-repeated linear factors are there, then the partial fractions are to be considered like this. This is a by x plus b. The best example is this one, 10x minus 4 by 3x minus 2 into 2x plus 1 is equal to a by 3x minus 2 plus b by 2x plus 1. And type 2 is, so that is to be repeated linear factors. So ax plus b whole square, ax plus b whole square. So in g of x, then the partial fractions are to be considered like this, a by x plus b by x plus b whole square. And also on this concept have to do so many problems, whereas in the type 3, so in g of x, that is the quadratic factor is to be there. Quadratic factor means we cannot able to find the real values for x, then those type of the factors are called as the quadratic factors. So in g of x that may be exist, then have to consider the partial fraction is to be like this, x plus b by ax square plus bx plus c. And also, so type 4, so for the quadratic factor, so which is to be repeated twice or thrice likewise, then how we have to take the partial fraction, that is x plus b by ax square plus bx plus c whole square and whole cube and whole to the power of 4 likewise. Then, so by using of that, have to take the procedure what we had to follow in the previous lecture. These concepts you have to complete it. Today onwards, so other than, there are the several techniques are there for finding the constants a, b, c and c. Constants are to be there. So find the numerator constants. After writing out the form of the partial fractions, we need to find the constants in the numerator of the partial fractions. For example, so here there are the several techniques are there for finding the constants a comma b comma c and also whatever elsewhere, that is. So in that, so we have to apply the method of comparing the coefficients of equal and likely terms. This technique I have to apply, and so that is the actual procedure, actual process also. But so there is another technique is also there for finding the constants a comma b comma c. So that is called the cover up rule. That is called the cover up rule. So I think this may be useful for shortcut method only. Suppose if the problems are to be asking, so for 1 mark or 2 marks or like that, then only have to find the constants a comma b comma c to apply the cover up rule. Okay, this technique you have to apply here in this session. Now, please say this cover up rule. The cover up rule is used to find the numerator constant of the partial fraction corresponding to a non-repeated linear factor in g of x. That means that is in type 1. Suppose in g of x that having the linear factor which is non-repeated, then only the partial fraction is to be considered like this. Suppose this is so this is 2x plus 2 by x minus 1 into x square plus 1. So in this x minus 1 is to be non-repeated linear factor. Non-repeated linear factor, and x square plus 1 is to be non-repeated quadratic factor only. So we are talking about the linear factors only. Suppose in some of the problems that may be asking, find the value of a if the partial fractions is to be resolved like this. Then only we can use the cover up rule. All of you catch your point? Now, so we can use the cover up rule to find the constant a, as it is the numerator of the partial fraction corresponding to the non-repeated linear factor x minus 1. So simply, so here the root x minus 1 is equal to 0. Simply what we did in the previous methods, that is x minus 1 is equal to 0. Have to bring this 1 into the right hand side, then automatically we will get the value is to be x equal to 1. X equal to 1. So here we want to find the value for a here. What the denominator value is to be exist under a, that value had to substituted in the given assumed partial fraction. In that, that may be getting the value for a. So please all of you keep in your mind, this cover up rule is to be only applicable for shortcut technique method only. Okay, don't do this process for actual problem. That is, if the problem is to be asking 10 marks, don't do this cover up rule. Okay. Now, so please say this, here I want to find the value for a. Therefore, in place of this 2x plus 1. So that is directly have to substitute the value here. So that is 2 into 1 minus 2 into 1 plus 2 by. So if you have to substitute the value in that place, that is to be 0, automatically you have to omit that one. Then this is equal to, so 1 square plus 1. Then this is equal to, now this value is to be a. Simply here also you have to omit this one. Therefore this is equal to 2 into 1 plus 2, that means 4 by 2, then automatically we will get the value for A is equal to 2. Automatically we will get the value for A is equal to 2. This is the technique only. Suppose if the problem is to be asking for 1 mark, so for that purpose only I have to do like this. Suppose here x minus 2 is there, then directly I have to substitute in place of x by 2. Then automatically you will get the value for A. Okay, next. Similarly, so here, next one, another one is, so we want to find, by using of this A value, have to find the values for B and C. B and C. Please say this. After finding the A value, now here I have to substitute in the place of A, that is 2x plus 2 by x minus 1 into x square plus 1, that is equal to 2 by x minus 1 plus bx plus c by x square plus 1. Bx plus c by x square plus 1. Now we want to find the values for B and C. So we either compare the likely terms and substitute the value, then we will get the values for B and C. Whatever the procedure we had to follow in the previous problems, the same technique here also had to apply here. Okay. So here, after taking the LCM, then automatically here this value and this value both are to be the cancelled. Then 2x plus 2 is equal to, so then cross multiplying these terms, that is 2 into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x minus 1. Now, so compare the equal and likely terms. Here I have to simply multiplying, this value is b plus bx plus c into x minus 1 and also 2 into x square plus 1. Directly have to evaluate this one. Now this is bx plus c into, have to multiply here. So bx plus c into x minus 1. X minus 1. Then this is the operation only. So bx into x, that is bx square. Bx square. Next plus cx. Next minus of bx minus of c. Then this is bx square plus x into c minus b minus c. Minus c. Therefore, so this is the so way that you have to find, multiply the two algebraic functions. That means that already we have to know that. So this is minus of c. Minus of c. All of you catch my point? Now, so here we want to find, so this is the multiplication, that is 2 into x square plus 2 plus bx square plus c minus b into x, so minus of c. Minus of c. So I will require for comparing the x square coefficients only. Comparing the x square coefficients only in the left hand side. That means in the left hand side there is no x square term is there. Therefore you have to equate, that is 0. And in that, so x square is to be taken as to be common, that is 2 plus b. So 2 plus b. That means, that is, so 2 plus b equal to 0. 2 plus b is equal to 0. Then automatically we will get b value is equal to minus of 2. That is the same technique. So whatever we did in the previous problems, here also the procedure is to be the same. But before, had to find the values for the constants a, so which is to be exist in the non-repeated linear factors only. Okay. Now, so comparing the constant terms. What is the constant term here? Then this is equal to, so this is the constant term 2 and minus of c. Therefore, 2 minus of c is equal to, and the constant in the left hand side is to be 2. Then this is equal to, so 2 is to be cancelled and c is automatically equal to 0. C is also automatically equal to 0. Therefore, here what we get, c value is 0 and b value is to be minus 2 and a value is to be, so that equal to 2. Therefore, the partial fractions are like this. This is equal to 2 by x minus 1 plus, next one, b value is, b is equal to minus of 2. That means minus 2x plus 0. That means you cannot consider that one by, so x square plus 1. This is the way of procedure for finding the a, b, c constants by using the cover up rule only. All of you understood this? Now, So coming to the another problem. So here what we did in the cover up rule, so whereas in that what we have to assume the partial fractions, in that the linear factor which is to be repeated or not, suppose if it is not repeated, whatever the value of a will get under that fraction in the denominator, that you have to assume as to be 0, that value you have to substitute in the left hand side and the right hand side, then automatically you will get the value for a. In that, so for the repeated linear factors are to be there. So please all of you see the example of another one. The cover up rule can also be used to find the numerator of the partial fraction, which denominator is the highest power. Please all of you keep in your mind, which denominator is the highest power of the repeated linear factor in g of x. For example, suppose if the problem is to be asking like that, in that, so what is the value for C and what is the value for B? So individually that may be asking. In that purpose only, in the competitive examination point of view, that is in the GATE exam or GRE, TOEFL, in the such type of the exams are to be asking. So for competitive exams only, if the problems are to be asking like that, then only the cover up rule is to be applicable. At that place only you have to apply the cover up rule. Okay. Now, please say this. Here, x plus 2 is to be the non-repeated linear factor and x minus 1 is to be the repeated linear factors. Repeated linear factors. Suppose in that fraction, then we have to find the value for C. Have to find the value for C. So in that, which one having the highest power? So for that value, the value is to be obtained while you have to use the cover up rule. Please say this, the highest power of the repeated linear factor C, if you have to substitute in place of x by 1, then automatically we will get the value for C. Suppose here in this place another factor is there, d by x minus 1 whole cube, then only we will get the value for d only by using the cover up rule. Okay. Now, so we can use the cover up rule to find A, for example. So we have to find the value for A simply by using the logic. By using the logic, you have to substitute the value of x plus 2 equal to 0, then automatically we will get the value for x equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2. If you have to substitute in place of this, then automatically we will get the value for A. Similarly, if you have to substitute the value for x equal to 1, because which is to be the repeated and the linear factor, then only you will get the value for C, not for B. Here B is not getting. Okay. Suppose in the problem, so what is the value for A and what is the value for C? So if the problem is to be asking like that in the competitive examination point of view, that is in either GATE exam or the TOEFL or whatever, the UPSC exams are to be there. So in that this technique is to be applicable. Directly by using the common sense, directly have to substitute the value x equal to minus 2. So then automatically you will get the value for A. Similarly, suppose if the problem is to be asking for C, then directly put x equal to 1, since at that place only have to use the cover up rule only. All of you catch my point? This is the major difference between what the contents you have to learn in the previous and this cover up rule only. Okay. Please say this. So here directly I have to substitute in place of x equal to minus 2, or simply, so here the root x minus 1 is 1. That means x minus 1 equal to 0, then automatically we will get x equal to 1. So x equal to 1. That means here in that C is equal to, directly I have to substitute here 11 minus 1 square by, so in that 11 minus 1 whole square by 1 plus 2. Suppose if you have to put in place of x by 1, automatically the denominator value is to be 0. In that place there is no need to substitute. Okay, because at this value is automatically cancelled. Then directly, so the C value is to be obtained here. Therefore, then C equal to 11 minus 1, that is 9 by 3. 9 by 3, therefore, C value is equal to 3. Without taking the expansions, whatever the total problem we cannot do, we cannot able to solve for finding the values for A, B, C. The cover up rule is only to apply. Okay. Now, similarly, so here we will get the value for C. The value for C. Suppose in this place the then automatically here I want to find the value for A. I want to find the value for A. Then please, what value I have to substitute here? What value I have to substitute here? A is equal to minus of 2, because in that denominator of A having the linear non-repeated factor is x plus 2 equal to 0, then automatically I have to substitute in place of x by minus 2. Therefore, please all of you tell, that is 11 minus, so minus of 2 minus of minus 2 whole square by, so now here x plus 2 is to be cancelled. Here x plus 2 is to be cancelled. So you have to omit all those terms, next terms. So our intention is to find the value of A only. Now this is minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 whole square, that is equal to A. That is equal to A. All of you catch my point? Now this is, so 11 plus 2 minus of 4 by minus 3 whole square means that is 9 is equal to A. Now then this value is to be 13 minus 4. 13 minus 4 means that is 9 by 9. Therefore A equal to 1. Therefore A equal to 1. So therefore A equal to 1. So please say this. A equal to 1. And the C value is to be 3. The C value is to be 3. That already have to know here. Now our intention is to find the value for B equal to minus 2. B equal to minus 2. Please say this. Another we have to apply the equal and likely terms, the technique you have to apply for find the value for B. Okay. Here automatically we will get the value for A is to be 1, that is 1 by x plus 2 plus B by, this value you have to evaluate, B by x minus 1 plus 3 by x minus 1 whole square. In the left hand side, that is 11 minus x square by, so x plus 2 into, so x minus 1 whole square, x minus 1 whole square. Now this is equal to, the right hand side take the LCM is to be x plus 2 into, so x minus 1 whole square, x plus 2 into x minus 1 whole square. Now here, so that already you have to find out A and C values. There is no need to again write here. So now this is x minus 1 whole square plus, so B into, if you have to divide, so the denominator of the fraction with x minus 1, then the quotient value is to be, so x plus 2 into x minus 1 only, plus 3 into, again, so we have to, so divide the x minus 1 whole square, sorry, divide the denominator with x minus 2 whole square, then the quotient value is to be x plus 2. X plus 2. All of you catch my point? Now this is, so 11 minus x square by, so x plus 2 into x minus 1 whole square. Here x plus 2 into x minus 1 whole square, x plus 2 into x minus 1 whole square, both are to be cancelled. Then this is equal to, so 11 minus x square is equal to, 11 minus, so x minus x square is equal to, this I have to expand in the form of a plus b whole square. That already have to know the formula, x plus 1 whole square value. So here, so a plus b whole square is equal to, so a square plus b square plus 2ab. This is the formula that already have to know. By using of that formula, I have to expand this. So x plus 1 whole square is equal to x square plus 1 square plus 2 into x into 1. That is equal to x square plus 1 plus 2x. X square plus 1 plus 2x. After expanding this, so this is x square plus 2x plus 1. Plus, now our intention is to multiply these two terms, x plus 2 into x minus 1. Please all of you see this. X plus 2 into x minus 1, have to multiply here. Then x into x square plus, so x into 2, that is 2x. Next minus 1 into x, minus of x. Next plus 2 into minus 1, that means minus of 2. Minus of 2. Then this is equal to x square plus x minus 2. After multiplying those two algebraic functions, then we will get x square plus x minus 2. So x square plus x minus 2. X square plus x minus 2 plus 3x plus 3. 3x plus 3 into 2, so that is 6 values. 6 values. Okay. Now, I want to find the value for the x square coefficient. This is x square coefficient. From those two terms, I have to take x square has to be common. Then that is to be equate with the left hand side that may be exist of the coefficient. So that is minus 1. Therefore, so this is minus 1 is equal to, the left hand side minus 1 is equal to, minus 1 is equal to, minus 1 is equal to, in the right hand side, so from this term and this term, I have to take x square has to be common. Then we will get 1 plus b, 1 plus b. So 1 plus b, then this is coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. So then automatically, so I have to bring this 1 into the left hand side, minus 1 is equal to b, then b value is equal to minus 2. B value is equal to minus 2, and also here we will get the value for a is equal to 1 and the value for c equal to 3. C equal to 3. So this is the way of evaluating the constants a, b and c by using the cover-up rule, so which is to be repeated under non-repeated linear factors. Okay. Now, so this is the final solution of this problem by using the cover-up rule technique we have to apply here. Now, so there are the two techniques are to be used for find the constants a, b and c. So in which the cover-up rule is to be only applicable for shortcut techniques only. Don't do for this problem for essay questions. Whatever had to discuss in the previous lectures, that procedure is the best for you for finding the constants a, b and c. Okay. Now, the next topic is, so whether these algebraic fractions, partial fractions are to be applicable for all the fractions only, whether it is to be possible or not, have to check this is. So, if its denominator is not fully factorized, fully factorized means, that means you have to be able to resolve into the factors only. So, we need to factorize it first. First of all, if the problems are to be given like that, suppose in the sum of the problems, the denominator that is not factorized factorized terms are to be given. So if such type of the factorized functions are to be given, then you have to factorize it first only. For example, this is the problem. So 4x by x plus 3 into x square minus 1. So in that, so x square minus 1, that already you have to know the formula. So what is the formula for a square minus b square? What is the formula for a square minus b square? That is equal to, so a minus b into a plus b. A minus b into a plus b. Now, here also I have to write this one as to be 1 square. For our convenience, I have to do like this. Then, this is in the form of a square minus b square. Then automatically, so I have to apply the formula, that is x minus 1 into x plus 1. This is called the factorization. By using the formulas only, you have to do like this. Okay, whatever the formulas you have to learn in the previous classes in algebra, that is a plus b whole square, a square plus a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square, and a cube minus b cube. These formulas are to be learned in the lower class sections. So in that, by using of that formulas, so we have to resolving into the factors only. Suppose if the problems are to be given like that. After completion of this only, so we need to factorize it first only. Okay, likewise, this is 4x by x plus 3 into x square minus 1. Now, this x minus 1 into x plus 1, so now this is the original problem. For this, so all of these three are the linear factors which is non-repeated, that already you have to know, because if you have to equate x plus 3 equal to 0, then automatically x equal to minus 3, and also x minus 1 equal to 0, then automatically x equal to 1, and x plus 1 equal to minus 1, then x equal to minus 1 automatically. That means those values are to be either real values, either it is to be positive or the negative values. Then how we have to take the partial fractions? A by x plus 3 plus, b by x minus 1 plus, c by x plus 1. C by x plus 1. So this is the way of assuming the partial fractions. So for these problems, have to apply the cover-up rule also. Suppose, So what is the value for a here? What value you have to substitute in this? You have to put in place of x equal to minus 3. Then only we will get the value for a. Suppose if you have to put x equal to 1, then we will get the value for b directly. Suppose if x equal to minus 1, then we will get the value for c also. Will you catch your point? Now, so this is the one way, and so can be expressed in partial fractions straight away. So if the algebraic fractions is to be improper, this is the very important concept also. If the algebraic fractions are to be improper, we need to make it as proper fraction. So in type 1, there is such type of the problem is to be given. Okay, suppose the problem is to be improper, then how we have to resolve the partial fractions? So that means to avoid that ambiguity, first of all, you have to make it as the improper fraction as to be the proper fraction only. By using the synthetic method we have to apply. Okay. So please say this. Suppose if the such case is to be exist, f of x by g of x is improper. So if the degree of f of x is greater than that of the degree of g of x, that already you have to know how we have to discriminate whether the fraction is to be the proper or improper. This you have to see so many problems. That is why I am saying so many times, if a fraction is to be given, then so you have to identify so which type of the fraction this is. Either it is the proper fraction or the improper fraction. That is better for you. Okay. So by seeing of this, so the improper fraction, if the degree of f of x is greater than that of the degree of g of x. So for example, in some of the cases degrees are to be the same, then automatically the problem is to be coming under the category of the improper fraction also. That case is to be arranged in the type 1. So if such case is to be exist, then how we have to resolve it the partial fractions, we have to see at that place. There is no problem at all. Now, for example, the following are the improper fractions. Please all of you observe this. This is x cube plus 1 by x minus 1. In that fraction, in the numerator that having the highest degree is to be 3, and in the denominator highest degree is to be 1, because here x power is to be 1, then automatically that is to be, the numerator power is to be greater than that of the denominator, then the problem is to be coming under the category of the improper fractions. Suppose if the powers are to be the same also, x by 1, x by 2x plus 1, the powers are to be the same also, then honestly the problem is to be considered as the improper fraction. Okay, such type of the problem is to be coming in the type 1, so that already have to evaluate. Now, so you can make an improper fraction, that is f of x by g of x as the proper. So that means first of all, before going to resolve it the partial fractions, you have to make it as to be the proper fraction only. So by using the long division method, so if f of x by g greater than g of x, and by splitting the numerator, so if the degree of f of x equal to g of x, in both of that means the synthetic method is to be applicable for to convert the improper fraction into the proper fractions. Okay. Suppose, let's say this. This is the example. Resolving into the partial fractions. 3x cube minus x square minus 4x minus 5 by x plus 1 into x minus 2. This is our given problem. So 3x cube minus x square minus 4x minus 5 by, so x plus 1 into x minus 1, x minus 2. X minus 2. Okay, this is our problem. First of all, you have to identify whether the problem is to be applicable to resolve into the partial fractions or not. By using the common sense only, you have to find here what is the power of x in the numerator. Highest power is to be 3. So then here in the denominator, that is x plus 1 into x minus 2 is there. So here x power 1 and also x power 1 is also to be there. If you have to multiply those two, then you will get x square. While you have to compare the powers in the numerator and the denominator, that is to be 2. 3 by 2. That is 3. That means the numerator is to be greater than that of the denominator. Therefore, the problem is to be coming under the category of the improper fractions. So, if the improper fractions are to be given, then you have to make it as to be the proper first. proper fraction first by using the synthetic method. Please see this. Just only have to multiply. So that is x plus 1 into x minus 2. This is the simple way. X plus 1 into x minus 2. First of all, I have to multiply these two. So x into x, that is x square. Now multiply with x into 2. That means minus of 2x. Now the constant under this x value, that is plus x. Now I have to multiply the constants only, that is minus of 2. Then x square minus x minus 2. X square minus x minus 2. Okay? After multiplying those two algebraic functions in the denominator, then we'll get this factor. We'll get this algebraic function. Now, so simply we have to divide 3x cube minus x square minus 4x minus 5. This was to be divided with x square minus x minus 2. Okay? This is what we are doing. Before going to do this problem, just only I had to simply take the simplest division method, that is 9 by 2. I had to divide. This example already had to taken in the type 1. 9 by 2. That means here 9 is to be divided with 2. 9 is to be divided with 2. So this is called as so 2 fourths. That means so 2 fourths are to be 8. If you have to divide this one, that means the remainder is to be 1. The remainder is to be 1. So here this 9 is called as the dividend and this is called as the divisor. And this 4 value is called as the quotient. And this value is called as the remainder. This is the remainder and this is the quotient and this is the divisor and this is called as the dividend. Now, so after doing of this synthetic method, we will get the same fraction. How it is to be getting? By taking the reverse process. Please all of you keep in your mind. That means, so here, had to take this 9 by 2 is equal to, so first of all I have to write the quotient, that is 4 plus in the reverse process. Please all of you follow this rule. Reverse process this is. Start from the quotient. 4 plus whatever the remainder is to be exist, that should be taken in the numerator of the fraction. What is the divisor is to be there, that value you have to write here. This is the splitting process also. Now, I have to take the LCM of this, 2 as the LCM. So that means the LCM value is to be 2, 4 into 2 that is 8. So and plus 1 value that is equal to 9 by 2. This is called the splitting process. And this method is called the synthetic method, synthetic division method. Okay? Now, please all of you keep in your mind. Now, so I want to apply here. Now, on which factor, please all of you observe this. On which factor, so in the divisor, we will get the same value, that is, so 3x cube. This is only our intention. On which factor we have to multiply the first term of the divisor, so we will get this factor. That means the factor is to be, so here x square is there, that means the x value is to be getting. But here 3x cube is to be getting here. That means here the quotient value is to be 3x. That means whatever the divisor is to be there, have to multiply the quotient with the total divisor. Then 3x into x square, that means we will get 3x cube. All of you catch my point? Now again 3x into minus x, minus of 3x square. Again minus 2 into 3x, that is minus of 6x. Minus of 6x. Now simply have to change the signs, because you have to cancel these two terms. Have to change the sign, because automatically if you are not putting any symbol, automatically you have to consider as to be the plus. So that means the opposite signs I have to consider. Here minus is there, that means you have to take the plus value. And also here also minus is there, you have to take the plus value. That means what we did here, the total fraction have to, total this function is to be assumed to be multiplied with minus 1. You have to feel like that before cancelling these two terms. Then automatically you will get 3x cube minus 3x cube is to be cancelled. Next, 3x square minus x square means that is plus 2x square. Next, now we have to take the symbol of this 6 is plus. Please all of you keep in your mind. Don't take the minus. If you have to take minus, then automatically the problem is to be wrong. So 6x minus 4x, that is plus 2x. Plus 2x. All of you catch your point. Now, our intention is, here the coefficient of x square is to be 2, highest power, and also here also 2. That means in the fraction that getting the powers are to be the same. But we cannot change this improper to the proper. Again, you have to do the synthetic method. Now, again, so up to this, when you have to stop the process? After completion of the improper fraction is to be totally converted into the proper fraction. That means the power of the numerator is to be less than that of the denominator. At that stage, we have to stop the process of the synthetic division. That means finally we conclude that the total part of the improper fraction is to be converted into the proper fraction only. At that stage, you have to stop the process. Then only up to that, so we have to resolve into the partial fractions again. Okay. Now, please say this. So, now you have to keep in your mind. So, this is x square and our intention is to cancel this 2x square. On which factor you have to multiply the divisor, we will get this 2x square value. You tell me, what is that value? That is, here have to take the plus 2 constants. Then automatically I have to multiply this divisor, that means we will get 2x square minus 2x. So minus of minus 2x, this is minus 5 I have to kept here. Okay. So now have to multiply with 2, then 2x square minus 2x minus 4. Minus 4. Now I have to change the signs, minus, plus, plus. So here plus 2x square minus 2x square both are to be cancelled, and 2x plus 2x is to be 4x. Please all of you see this, because after multiplication of the minus, then automatically the sign will be changes. Suppose if you have do like this, then automatically here plus 2x and is there, minus 2x is there, then automatically you have to cancelize. That is what we have to do the mistake. Please consider this. This is the sign. After completion of the signs is to be over, then only the sign will be changed. Then 2x plus 2x is 4x. Next one. So minus 5 plus 4, that is minus 1. Now, whatever we did here, this is 9 by 2. How we have to write? This is equal to 4 plus 1 by 2. 4 plus 1 by 2. This is the reverse process, what we did in the previous example. The same technique here also you have to apply for doing of this. Then, this is 3x square. So, this is 3x square. So, 3x cube minus x square minus 4x minus 5 by x plus 1 into x minus 2. So, that I have to write first the quotient value. I have to kept here 3x plus 2 plus. Now, this is the remainder value. This is the remainder value 4x minus 1 by. So, whatever the divisor value, that is x square minus x minus 2. This is the way of the conversion of the improper fraction into the proper fraction. If you have to do the same, taking the x square minus x minus 2 has to be the LCM and do this process, then you will get the same fraction. All of you catch your point? Now, so now you tell me, so this is the proper fraction. You have to do this proper fraction into the partial fractions separately. Okay. So please say this. Here I have to write 3x cube minus x square, 3x cube minus x square minus 3x cube minus x square minus 4x minus 5 minus 4x minus 5 by x plus 1 into x minus 1. X plus 1 into x minus 1. This is equal to, how we have to write 3x plus 2 plus 3x plus 2 plus 3x plus 2 plus 4x minus 1 by 4x minus 1 by, so x square minus x minus 2, x square minus x minus 2. So this is the problem of conversion of the improper fraction to the proper fraction. Definitely you have to expect this type of the problems for 10 marks, essay question in this topic. 10 marks question. Okay. Now our intention is to resolve the proper fraction into the partial fractions only. Okay. So now let us assume this one has to be the first equation. Now separately I have to take 4x minus 1 by, so this x square minus x minus 2 means I have to split into the, this is x plus 1 into x minus 2. X plus 1 into x minus 2. Please whatever the contents you have to learn in the previous, the same contents here also you have to solve resolving into the partial fractions, because these two are the linear factors. Simply you have to take a by x plus 1 plus b by x minus 2. A by x plus 1 plus b by x minus 2. Take the LCM. This is equal to, so x plus 1 into x minus 2. Take the cross multiplication of these two. Then we will get a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Simply have to cancel these two terms. Then we will get 4x minus 1 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1. B into x plus 1. Now our intention is to find the values for a and b, these constants. Therefore, what value have to substitute for getting the value for a? That means simply by taking the cover-up rule, x plus 1 equal to 0, because these two are the non-repeated linear factors. Then x plus 1 equal to 0, then x equal to minus 1. Therefore, you have to put x equal to minus 1 here. That means 4 into minus 1 is equal to a into minus 1 minus 2 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. Then this is minus 4 minus 1, that is minus 5 is equal to, so a into minus of 3, then automatically the next term is to be 0, because 1 plus 1 minus 1 is to be cancelled, that is to be 0. 0 into something value is 0. Then b is equal to minus 5 by minus 3, that equal to b value is to be 5 by 3. B value is to be 5 by 3. Now simply put x equal to 2. Put x equal to 2. Then we will get, so 4 into 2 minus 1 is equal to a into 2 minus 2 plus b into 1 plus 1 plus b into 1 plus 1. Therefore, in this 8 minus 1 is equal to a into 0 plus 2b. Therefore, 8 minus 1 into 7 is equal to 2b. Then b is equal to, 7 by 2. B equal to 7 by 2. Here, simply I have to find the values for, this is a. A equal to a equal to 5 by 3 and b is equal to 7 by 2. Now, these values are to be obtained here. Then this is equal to, a value is to be 5 by 3. 5 by 3 by x plus 1 plus b value is 7 by 2 by x minus 2. 5 by 3 by x plus 1 plus 7 by 2 by x minus 2. Now, so this value is to be totally substituted here. Then the total partial fraction of the given improper fraction is like this. That means here the problem is to be, so 3x cube minus x square, 3x cube minus x square minus 4x minus 5. Minus 4x minus 5. Minus 4x minus 5. Minus 4x minus 5 by x plus 1 into x minus 2. So x plus 1 into x minus 2, that is equal to 3x plus 2. So 3x plus 2 plus A value is 5 by 3 by x plus 1. So 5 by 3 by x plus 1 plus 7 by 2 by x minus 2. 7 by 2 by x minus 2. So this is the total partial fraction of the improper fraction. This is the way of resolving the improper fractions also. Whatever the problem is to be exist, so the same techniques what you have to learn in this chapter, so you have to apply for resolving into the partial fractions. Hello, if you catch my point? So I think this is to be very, very important for essay question, this improper fractions. Okay, here I have to give so many problems has to be practiced. So before going to that is assignment problems, so whatever the contents you have to learn, so I have to give one of the assignment, one of the quiz question. Please say this, consider the following fractions. 2x minus 5 by x square minus 4x plus 5 into x minus 1. And B option is 2x minus 5 by x square minus 4x plus 3 into x minus 1. And x square minus 1 by x minus 1 into x plus 3. And 9 minus x square by x into x square plus 1. So which of the above fractions cannot be expressed in partial fractions straight away? Straight away, which of the fractions are not be applicable for partial fractions? You tell me. So here, what is the power of x here in the numerator for the option A? 1. And here x square into x. That means you will get x cube. That means the numerator power is to be less than that of the denominator. That means we can easily verify that A is to be the proper fraction. Now B is, so here 2x minus 5. Here also x power 1 and also here also x square and x. Suppose if you have to multiply, so if you have to multiply x square into x square into x, so then we will get x cube value. The numerator power is to be less than that of the denominator. This is also to be proper fraction. Now for the options C and D, for the options C and D, x square minus 1 by, so x minus 1 into x plus 3. Please see this, when you have to multiply x into x, then x square. That means the numerator power and the denominator power both are to be the same, then only the problem is to be coming under the category of the improper fractions. While you have to resolve into the partial fractions, you have to make it as the improper fraction into the proper fraction only. That means option C is the one way. And whereas in the 9, so 9 minus x square by x into x square plus 1, 9 minus x square by x into x square plus 1, here also you have to multiply x into x square means x cube. And also here the power is to be 2, therefore 2 by 3. That is also coming under the category of, that means this is a proper fraction only. Okay. Here the problem is to be asking that which of the above fractions cannot be expressed in partial fractions straight away. That means the only possibility is option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Now, so the summary of this session, that means the total partial fractions, what you have to learn. So the summary I have to given here. So to express f of x by g of x in partial fractions, we need to first make sure f of x by g of x has to be proper. And g of x is fully factorized. Suppose if such type of the functions, algebraic functions are to be given, have to factorize it first only. Okay. First we have to make it has to be whether the problem is to be eligible for the proper fraction or not, you have to verify that one only. So g of x is fully factorized and determine the form of the partial fractions by looking at the factors in g of x. Determine the form of the partial fractions. Whatever there are the 4 types are to be discussed here. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So we have to discriminate. So this type 1 is to be this one, type 2 is this one, type 3 is this one, type 4 is to be this one. So likewise you have to discriminate those 4 contents. So after that, determine the constants in the numerator of the partial fractions by using the cover-up rule and comparing the equal and likely terms and substituting the suitable values for x. This technique you have to apply for finding the constants a, b and c. So now, so finally, so please all of you do these problems has to be practiced. So the entire of these partial fractions, today onwards, the total part of the content of the partial fraction as per the Vignan University curriculum is to be over. Thank you. Thank you for kind listening. Please all of you do this. So this is also x minus 5 by, so x plus 2 into 3x minus 1. So this is also to be the proper fraction. How you have to write this is, have to give the simple techniques while you have to do with your own way. That means here, this is the linear factors, that means a by, so x plus 2 plus b by 3x minus 1. Okay. Now, here, this problem is to be 1 plus x whole square. This is also to be linear factor which is to be repeated twice. Therefore, have to assume the partial fractions is to be like this, a by 2 minus x plus, this is to be repeated, therefore b by 1 plus x plus c by 1 plus x whole square. This is the type 2. This is the type 2. Now, so the third problem is to be 3x square plus 23x plus 45. Have to compare this. The numerator power is to be x square, while you have to multiply in the denominator x into x is x square. The both are to be the same, then only the problem is to be improper fraction. Have to convert this improper fraction into the proper fraction only by using the synthetic method, whatever we did in the previous. So by using of this, the contents what you have to learn. So please all of you do these problems has to be practiced. Thank you. Thank you for kind listening.